MLB players don't just knock baseballs out of the fields, they also knock millions out of their bank accounts on things that surely seem stupidly expensive to the rest of us. From insane cars to multi-million-dollar mansions and some of the craziest collectibles you've ever seen. These stars know how to spend big. Stick around as we take a look at the wild and over-the-top purchases MLB players have made to date. Alex Verdugo. SpongeBob necklace, $10,000. First up, let's talk about one of the wackiest collections from MLB's Alex Verdugo. This dude dropped thousands of dollars just to rock his favorite cartoon character around his neck. No, not a superhero or a cool action figure, but SpongeBob SquarePants himself. Yes, you heard that right. He's got a custom-made chain with SpongeBob's face in all his yellow bubbly glory. That's not all. The character is surrounded by shiny diamond pieces that are making SpongeBob sparkle like the sun on a summer day. Now, this little piece of nostalgia has set Verdugo back a cool $10,000. Sounds stupidly expensive? Well, guys, buckle up because we're just getting started. Edwin Diaz, trumpet necklace, $250,000. Next up, we have the closer for the New York Mets, Edwin Diaz, who's so passionate about the musical instrument trumpet that he turned it into a diamond-studded statement piece to dangle on his chest. Long before baseball became his world, Diaz was all about making music. His love for the trumpet has been growing since his childhood days in Puerto Rico. So, he got himself a custom chain featuring a miniature trumpet with his jersey number, 39, dripping with diamonds. Designed by jeweler Victor Rodriguez, this thing cost a whopping $250,000. Dang, only someone with $102 million in the bank could just throw away $250,000 on a trumpet that even plays no music. Ronald Acuna Jr., MVP. Necklace, $250,000. And not to be outdone, Ronald Acuna Jr. also spent the same $250,000 on a necklace. However, it wasn't for any obsession or passion like other players, but to celebrate his own achievement. So, after smacking 40 home runs and stealing 70 bases, he became the first MLB player to ever pull off that insane feat in a single season. Did you know that? And of course, that earned him the title of National League MVP. So what does Acuna do after making history? He definitely went an extra mile and rewarded himself with a massive golden chain featuring an MVP pennant completely covered in diamonds to keep that career-defining moment shining forever. Bryce Harper Rolex, date just, $43,000. Chains aren't the only thing MLB players choose to splurge on. When Bryce Harper showed up at the Little League World Series, it wasn't just his presence that grabbed attention. It was mainly his watch that stole the spotlight. Dangling a diamond-covered Rolex Datejust, Harper made sure all eyes were on him. This icy timepiece features sleek black Roman numerals and a stainless steel base, flooding with diamonds that sparkle from every angle. It cost him around $43,000. Manny Machado Patek, Philippe Celestial watch, $350,000. But Harper isn't alone in his love for luxury watches. Manny Machado went interstellar with a Patek Philippe Celestial 6102R. A marvel featuring a rose gold case and a dial designed to replicate the Northern Hemisphere's night sky, complete with stars and a moon phase indicator. At $350,000, this watch is such a masterpiece that Harper called it his dream watch. Well, you know what they say. Rich people got expensive dreams. And Manny Machado is living proof of that with his $350,000 Patek Philippe Celestial watch. I mean, who else dreams to have a watch that tracks the phases of the moon? David Ortiz's Richard Mille RM 52-01, $1.2 million. Now, if you thought $350,000 was extravagant, wait until you hear about David Ortiz's Richard Mille RM 52-01. This watch is known for its unbreakable sapphire crystal and neat, intricate design. No less than a piece of art, the watch features baguette-cut diamonds and a skull-shaped dial. As one of the rarest Richard Mille creations, it costs around $1.2 million. With this price tag, it's fair to say Ortiz's watch alone costs more than every other MLB player's watch combined. Brian Wilson, Nike Mag sneakers, $20,000 each. Now for something a bit different, let's talk about MLB player Brian Wilson, who took his love for rare kicks to the next level. Inspired by the movie Back to the Future, Brian Wilson purchased the legendary light-up, self-lacing Nike Mag sneakers. These futuristic shoes are worth over $20,000 each, and Wilson didn't just keep them in a display case like most collectors would. No, this man wore them while scootering around town, and even during actual MLB games. It justifies why he bought not one, but two pairs of these expensive sneakers. Rusney Castillo Customized Porsche, $169,000. From two wheels, let's look at some expensive four wheels MLB players own. MLB players treat their rides like art projects. Take Rusney Castillo, for example. He dropped $84,000 on a plain black Porsche, then decided to pour another $85,000 into customizations. With its snow-white paint job, red and black accents, custom rims, and even his jersey number lighting up on the grille and the ground when he opens the door. This $169,000 car is more of a personal luxury project than a ride. Aroldis Chapman Armored Jeep, $150,000. Next, we have a six-wheeler. Aroldis Chapman also went wild with his six-wheel armored Jeep. He customized the interior with red leather and his nickname on the headrest, and as well as on the steering wheel. He didn't leave the roof, too, adding a spotlight over there with a scratch-resistant full wrap, and even opted for windows that can withstand gunfire. With a price tag over $150,000, it feels like there's no limit to how far they'll go to flex their wealth. Justin Verlander, 2017 Ford GT Supercar, $450,000. Justin Verlander took a different route when it came to his car collection. Instead of tweaking a car to perfection, he went for one that's already a unicorn in the automotive world. The rarest 2017 Ford GT Supercar, the most expensive Ford ever made. Only 500 of these limited edition models were released, and with over 7,000 people applying to buy one, Justin was just lucky to snag one. How did that happen? Well, that's another interesting story. It all started when he posted a few pics of his dream car on Instagram and asked, "Dear Ford, how do I get on the list for one of these beauties?" Social media isn't just about bringing people closer. Apparently, it brings your dream car to your garage too. But let's not forget, he didn't exactly win a raffle here. He had to shell out $450,000 for this rarest of the rare ride. CJ Wilson's McLaren P1, $2 million. But when it comes to MLB players with the craziest expensive rides, CJ Wilson's McLaren P1 takes the crown. This custom-made hybrid supercar cost him around $2 million, man. The ride boasts over 900 horsepower and an incredible top speed of 217 miles per hour. Imagine the speed. But CJ is no ordinary like us, and didn't just settle for performance, he had the car wrapped in a one-of-a-kind Cerberus pearl paint. It's an incredible color that shifts from fiery orange to royal blue, depending on the light shedding over the car. Clearly, this addition made his $2 million machine impossible to ignore on the street. It legitimately turns heads wherever it goes. Mookie Betts, California mansion, $7.6 million. Now, let's talk about MLB stars who've made some pretty outrageous housing purchases. Mookie Betts, who made headlines with his $7.6 million mansion in Inglewood, California. This place is a two-story stunner with 9 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms, plus a movie theater, spa, and pool. But the real flex is the extras. There's a poolside cabana with a massive TV, an outdoor kitchen, a fire pit in the pool, and, most interestingly, a candy machine. Yep, Bet's home isn't just simply luxurious, guys. It's like heaven on earth. Mike Trout California Mansion, $9.15 million, but Mookie's not the only one living the high life. Mike Trout, baseball's highest paid player, made sure to show up on this list, spending $9.15 million on a mansion in Newport Beach, California, just 20 miles from Angel Stadium. With 6 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, and a private elevator, the 9,000-square-foot property has more than enough space to get lost in. Randy Johnson, Arizona Mansion. $25 million finally. We have Randy Johnson, aka the Big Unit, who definitely knows how to live large. He splashed whole $25 million on a mansion in Arizona that's less of a house and more of a luxury resort. This estate boasts a fully equipped gym, a tennis court, and a massive pool. But that's just the start. For entertainment, there's a poker room and even a private movie theater. Every corner of the property is packed with amenities you didn't even know you needed. If you think that's excess, let me tell you about the wood-burning pizza oven in the bathhouse this mansion has. It's literally beyond our heads what else these billionaires need to have their dream lifestyle. Blake Snell Gaming Station, $40,000. Although MLB players aren't just spending big on houses, cars, and watches, they've got some wild addictions too. We're talking about Blake Snell, who decided to drop thousands, yes, thousands, on the most extravagant gaming setup an MLB player has ever dared to own. His gaming room is customized to look like a spaceship with vibrant lighting and unique decor all around from roof to ground. He also has a custom PC that features his signature inside, his gaming logo, and even a moving portrait of him pitching. While Blake has a huge fan base for his baseball skills, not all of them are thrilled about his PlayStation prowess. One time when his team shared a picture of his gaming setup, fans came in hot. One fan roasted him by commenting, "Please get Snell away from gaming." Another even tagged Blake directly, saying, "Enough with the video games and focus on throwing less than 100 pitches per 5 innings." Brutal. Despite the trolling, Blake still took home a trophy in an MLB The Show tournament, proving his gaming addiction brought something good. Don't know if that win justifies his gaming setup cost, which is over $40,000. Yasiel Puig private helicopter, $400,000. If spending $40,000 on a hobby seems stupidly expensive, then I don't know how you'll digest the next purchase. Inspired by Donald Trump's infamous helicopter landing at a stadium, Yasiel Puig bought a $400,000 private helicopter to beat traffic and show up at Dodger Stadium in time and style. However, later he was informed that flying to the stadium was illegal. Oops. So, yeah, that whole purchase ended up being nothing more than an expensive Alex Rodriguez custom Gulfstream IVSP private jet, $4 million. Speaking of waste, Alex Rodriguez takes it to a whole new level. Not for himself, of course, but for the rest of the planet. His $4 million custom Gulfstream IVSP private jet is practically a carbon emissions factory in the sky. Reportedly, over recent years, celebrity private jets like his have collectively emitted more harmful carbon dioxide than every bus in the US combined. To make matters worse, private jets burn around 239 gallons of fuel per hour, meaning just 2 hours in the air can exceed the annual emissions of an average person. And, averagely, A-Rod spends 500 hours a year aboard this luxury aircraft. But A-Rod is totally unbothered by that pollution. He's busy flexing on social media, posting videos of his luxurious jet that he got completely customized with his name, number, logo, and whatnot. He made sure the private jet housed everything from Wi-Fi, an iPad on every seat, a private room, and even a cocktail bar. While he enjoys flexing his high-flying lifestyle on social media, critics have labeled him a full-time climate criminal. So, MLB players are proving that when you've got money to blow, the sky, and sometimes the atmosphere, is the limit. But all we need from you is a like on this video and a subscription if you haven't already. That's the only luxury we're asking for. And don't forget to comment on which purchase blew your mind.